or make you laugh, make you cry like Ain't Life Funny. Ugh.
I mean, it was just
because they can't take it to the, they can't, use credit cards or anything. So they just
but you
cash.
gotta,
That's what I'm saying.
you gotta
They
have
just
somebody
money in the
give
bank.
you that cash first to have that much. So the business was
Oh yeah,
booming.
I'm sure. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm
people
sure.
want to get fucked up. That's why all this during the pandemic, if you want to hit a conspiracy theory button, I'm gonna hit one right now. Boom.
Ain't My Funny Podcast presents Conspiracy Time.
Whoa, you're gonna hit conspiracy
Yeah,
time.
but why would what better way to keep the people from completely just going ape shit than letting them all get fucked up? You can't go to bars, but you can. Hey, you still got to. Liquor stores are still open. We got to sell you motherfuckers some booze. We got to sell you weed.
To me, on the flip side of that is just they know that if they didn't do that, people would have been even more crazy. Like imagine if they was like, yeah, we can't sell no alcohol. It's not essential. People would have lost their fucking minds, dude. Because
I mean, people would have straight up died. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like people are so addicted to alcohol, they have to drink it. So yeah, I mean, there's no way they were going to do that. And like you said, I mean, the real way weed has become legal anyways was to medicinal purposes. So there are real patients that need it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
I mean, to a degree,
I will be honest, I make
need
jokes about it, but just because I think it is important. When I did have cancer, I mean, I'm going to always be a cancer patient. Like I might not have it now, but you got to worry about that shit all the time afterward. And like when I was at the worst part of it, when I couldn't eat and when I couldn't, I felt like shit, and ultimately, like I wasn't happy because of all that stuff, and I was worried. My doctor allowed me to eat edibles, and that meant like literally all of the shit that was bothering me that pills that they were giving me couldn't take care of. Nausea, headaches, bad mood because of that, lack of sleep because of that. Those specific things, which I was given pills for each one of those things that didn't work and had their own side effects. I took one edible and they just went away.
I mean, it's kind of the same way for it was kind of the same way for LaFrance, man. Like, you remember LaFrance, man, he broke his back, bro. And, like, he was on all that stuff, like all of the, hardcore opioids and all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had some stuff. He literally was like, if you took even a quarter of this pill right now, this shit will probably kill you, dog. Like, this shit is that fucking crazy. And he got off of all of it primarily through, like you said, like smoking weed and just the will of wanting to not take it, you know what I'm saying? But same thing, man. Like, that shit replaced like X amount of drugs that were supposed to be for killing pain and everything. And it just shows you, it's like, they don't want us to have the real answers to stuff. Cause imagine if all the years we spent trying to refine, like, what is it? Oxycontin. We could have been trying to refine weed to where it does what Oxycontin does with none of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like gives you the same type of painkiller. I'm sure they could do it. You know what I mean? Like they're just now really even starting to really delve into that because it's just now really opening the doors for it. So, I mean, the realm of possibilities is great, man. I just feel like it's kind of stupid that people are still getting criminalized for it, man. There's still people in jail from behind this shit. And it's just like, people are making millions of dollars and I'm sitting behind the walls, you know what I'm saying? Like with killers and shit. Like, it's fucking sad.
I feel like one thing that I've seen is they're releasing a lot of those guys because, I mean, it's because of COVID, but I saw one guy that got arrested. He was like doing life because he sold a guy a joint,
right.
in some like Texas or some shit. And, which,
yeah,
how is it when I feel like if you legalize it as a state, it's your responsibility to then go back through and acknowledge, we didn't have all the information. We did think this was a drug back then, but if there is anybody that's in jail for a weed-related crime that's non-violent, you gotta get out.
It's
We're
the
not
same
gonna
way with like DNA evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like when DNA evidence came out, they still left a lot of people in jail with that. They was like, oh yeah, it might exonerate some, but we're not gonna bring every case up for it. You know what I'm saying? Like people that they probably could have let go, they were like, we ain't gonna put your case to the DNA. It's like, why not? You know what I'm saying? And then they
but
had
at
to wait
least
another
with
5
that,
years.
I feel like there's an onus on the cops if you like they're also being proactively against that because it means that they've done their job incorrectly. And in some cases,
Right.
when you look into the DNA shit, like the cops were actively, you know, subverting evidence and hiding evidence so that it didn't bring to light that they made the wrong call. You know?
Right.
They
you know what's
wouldn't.
even more fucked up?
Yeah.
Sometimes it don't even just be the cop; it be the prosecutor too. Though.
Yeah, they just want a
That's
collar or
crazy.
whatever, you know. They just want to
Yeah.
close the case. But in a weed-related crime that's nonviolent, when you reverse that and you take it away for that, there's no victim. There's nobody left in a wake of like violence or no dead person that shouldn't have died because of this. They, you know, I feel like they should be compensated just because now we see it was kind of like a tyrannical law, but that won't happen. But they should definitely, if it's nonviolent and it's weed, even if it's like a third strike thing, you gotta let them out of jail. You just have to.
Well, that's the thing that really sucks about it, man. That's how they catch a lot of people up is like it's probation violations and stuff like that, where it was like, you know, yeah, I smoked weed because I'm fucking stressed because I don't got a job because I was locked up for 20 years, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like you wouldn't be like judging that person if they had a beer.
Right.
You know
exactly.
I mean?
Same thing.
And
right.
weed's even less than that. If you drink 10 beers, you might die if you're the wrong person. You're definitely going to be fucked up. If I take 10 joints to the head, the worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to fall asleep. Probably not, because I'm a champion, dude. 10 joints, I'm just going to be fucking chilling all night.
When did it become cool to smoke a lot of weed, man? Like, was that Snoop Dogg that made that the thing where it's just like you have to have massive amounts? Because me, I don't feel like I need a lot to.
I think
feel
that's
the way
just
I
more
feel.
of my like a Midwestern thing. I don't know. I don't really think. I mean, rappers do glorify having a lot of everything. So I mean, having a lot of weed is different than smoking a lot of weed. But I do think like Snoop does, because you always see him with a blunt. Willie Nelson does, because he's always smoking.
But see, I feel like Willie is more like the type of guy that is smoking that for everyone else. Like he's rolling it up and like just hitting the light joint and then he's passing it and he never gets it back. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like, and he just rolls another one.
Dude, I've heard some stories. You hear people tell tales of Willie just smoking them under the table, but you might be right. Sure. I don't know. It might be like it might be like Chong. Chong doesn't smoke a lot of weed, and that disappointed me when I found that out at first. But I mean, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah, he just said one. That's how I am. Like, I just need a little just to get on my level, you know? But I feel like Willie Nelson, the reason why people say that he smoked them under the table is because he did that to him. Like, he just keeps rolling up J's because he never gets it back. So he's just like, you know, he hits it twice, passes it. It goes to you like 3 times because everybody's excited. And then Willie Nelson, you know, he just keeps rolling another one. So he's like, oh, just pass it on. You know, I'm rolling this one, so I can't.
But I will say this. I bet Willie Nelson's weed, the weed he's got,
I'm sure,
just fucking just delicious. Dude.
It's probably like some shit Santa Claus would give you on Christmas. Like if you were to get a present, it would just be like a crystal of golden gem.
I would absolutely love that. I would love to just see Willie Nelson and just hang out with him.
Hell, back in the 60s, I used to smoke his shit on the street. Cops didn't say nothing. Hell, he's getting high, too. Everybody was doing it. It wasn't a thing to do because it was a thing to do, you know. It was a thing to do because it got you high. Can you dig it?
I feel you. Nah, that's why I'm doing it. I feel it. Yeah. Man, you cool as shit, mister.
Ugh.